The McGonagle Reader is an audio and touch navigation voting system that helps blind and partially sighted voters and others who need audio or tactile support to vote independently, in secret, and with confidence. In this training video, we'll show you how to unbox the MGR, align it correctly with the ballot paper, and then support a blind voter to cast their vote on polling day. By the end of this video, you should feel confident that you can prepare the McGonagle Reader so that a blind or partially sighted voter can vote independently. In this chapter, we'll unbox the McGonagle Reader and briefly check each component is present and in good condition. This is the McGonagle Reader system, the rigid template that fits on top of the ballot paper and contains the PCB enclosure and tactile controls. An external speaker, used for setup checks and demonstrations when no voter is present. A set of headphones, which must be used by voters so that no one else can hear the audio prompts. A set of cables, used to connect the speaker or headphones to the PCB enclosure, and a USB charging cable for the speaker. 4x AA batteries. Check that you have the correct number and type of batteries. This is the graphite pencil, which the voter will use in the marking wells on the template. Attached is a finger grip, which helps the voter position the pencil accurately. A paper notepad. This is used by the voter to test the marking pencil before and after the marking process. It can then be checked later by a friend or family member to provide reassurance to the voter that they marked the ballot successfully. Here we have the double-side adhesive strip that attaches to the base of the MGR. Note the instructions on the strip that indicate which side is fixed to the device and the other for the ballot paper to attach. Also included are 3 USB sticks. One contains audio guidance for a first-time user, the second a polling staff tutorial, and lastly, we have the ballot-specific audio for the voter. Each USB is labelled for convenience. Ensure the correct USB is inserted on polling day. Use the packing list or checklist provided to confirm that everything's present. If anything's missing or damaged, follow your authority's procedures to report and replace it before polling day. Before we set up the MGR, let's quickly familiarise ourselves with its layout and controls. This will make it easier to support voters confidently. The main body is a rigid template that sits on top of the ballot paper. It has a series of tactile doors that align with the voting boxes on the ballot. Beside each door is a raised circular button, otherwise known as a doorbell, which the voter presses to hear the candidate's name and information for that position. Each doorbell will make a beep sound when pressed.
Adedeji, Lisa. 17.
It's important to advise the voter that the doorbell should be held down for a brief moment for the beep to sound before releasing, allowing the candidate's name to be read.
Chowdhury, Suresh.
Each corresponding door will also make a click sound when opening and closing, providing the voter with clear audio feedback that the marking boxes are uncovered when they're ready to make their mark, and then closed to protect the secrecy of their choice. When the voters decided on their preferred candidate, the open door can be pressed down on top of the corresponding doorbell to confirm they've opened the correct door for that candidate.
Chowdhury, Suresh. With an address in any town. The Banana Party.
There may be up to 20 or more such doors and doorbells, depending on the ballot. Above the doorbells, there's a prominent triangular button with an embossed pip which the voter presses to listen to the full contents of the ballot paper. At the very top of the MGR, there's a holder for the graphite pencil. To the side, you'll find the on-off button for the MGR and the USB port, where you'll insert the audio file for the relevant ballot. Knowing where each control is located will help you give clear verbal directions to a blind voter without touching their hands or interfering with their choices. Next, We'll set up the McGonagle Reader so it's ready for use, including connecting the audio, inserting batteries, aligning the ballot paper, and testing the controls. First, ensure the system has power. Insert the supplied batteries into the compartment, matching the plus and minus symbols correctly. Close the compartment securely. Next, switch on the MGR using the on-off button on the side of the enclosure. The LED will appear in red to indicate it's loading. Once the light changes to purple, the MGR is ready for use. Your MGR pack includes a rechargeable speaker. Connect the USB charging cable to mains power in advance and ensure it's fully charged before training or demonstrations. A charged speaker allows you to test the audio clearly during setup. Connect the speaker to the audio output jack on the MGR using the appropriate jack cable. Make sure the connector is pushed in firmly and test the audio. Repeat for the headphones. Now prepare the ballot paper. The McGonagle Reader is designed to sit directly on top of the ballot, so that each marking door lines up with a voting box. Place the ballot paper face up on the table. Pre-fold the ballot so that the fold goes inwards, towards the printed side. This will help the voter fold it back exactly the same way once they voted. The McGonagle Reader uses a light adhesive strip to hold the ballot paper in place. Peel back the protective cover from the strip and attach to the reader. Then press down on the ballot gently so it adheres, without creasing or stretching the paper. Check that each door on the template reveals the correct voting box and that the text header on the ballot matches the header on the USB label. Before polling day, use the tutorial USB stick to familiarise yourself and your team with the MGR. Insert the tutorial USB stick into the USB port on the McGonagle Reader. Switch on the MGR and wait for the LEDs to light up. Listen through the speaker to the tutorial audio. This guide will explain the doorbells, doors, and voting process from the voter's perspective. Adjust the volume on the speaker to a comfortable level. Once you're comfortable, eject the tutorial USB safely and store it separately from the ballot-specific USB sticks so they're not confused on polling day. Now, insert the ballot-specific USB for your polling station. The label on the USB should match the header printed on the ballot paper. Insert the correct ballot USB into the port. With the speaker still attached, press the triangular button to hear the introduction and the full list of candidates as they'll be read to the voter.
Election of the Member of Parliament for the Anytown constituency. Vote for only one candidate.
Press each doorbell in turn.
Adedeji, Lisa. 17 The Parade. Anytown.
Check that the audio name and description match the candidate listed in the corresponding row on the ballot. If anything doesn't match, follow your authority's reporting procedures. Once you're satisfied that the audio content is correct, unplug the speaker and plug in the system headphones. Put on the headphones and repeat a brief test. Press the triangular button and 1 or 2 candidate doorbells to confirm the sound is clear. Check that the graphite pencil writes clearly on a scrap of ballot paper and that it fits naturally into the grip holder and the marking doors on the template. When the tests are complete, switch off the MGR and repack the device and accessories securely and efficiently so they're ready for polling day. When set up correctly, the McGonagle Reader enables blind and partially sighted people to understand the ballot, choose a candidate, and mark their ballot paper in secret. Your role as election staff is to prepare the MGR carefully, check the audio against the ballot, and then provide clear, neutral verbal guidance so that each voter can vote secretly, independently, and with confidence.